Hello, back with another video. Alex Murdaugh, the fourth generation lawyer whose family influenced a small town in South Carolina, was convicted today of murdering his wife and son. Yes, they found him guilty. The Murdaughs had a huge influence down there in Walterboro, South Carolina? Powerful connection down there. They was all attorneys, but he murdered, and this happened in June of 2021. He murdered his wife Maggie and his younger son Paul near their dog kennel on their family estate. And then he tried to say that somebody else had killed him. But this family is very, very, very shady, and they got a story on Netflix that I was watching. Everybody was talking about the Murdaughs. The Murdaughs. Let me see what they're talking about. They were saying it was good, and they was always getting away with stuff. That family was. So I said I looked up on it, and I got addictive to this family, to the everything that was going on, because Alex father and his father I think his father, all of them was attorneys down there in South Carolina. Yeah, they was all attorneys, but Alex had his legal issues. It was a lot of stuff that was going on, and he had money issues, and it also said that he was stealing money from his clients, and it was just a lot of stuff that was going on, and it started with, in 2015, Stephen Smith, a teenager. He was found dead, and he was friends with Alex. I'm sorry, Alex's oldest son, Buster, and it was rumors going around, and I'm gonna say allegedly. They say Buster and Paul was the one had something to do with his killing. I don't know. He was found out there in the middle of the road. Stephen was openly gay. On that Netflix series, they said he was just the sweetest person and stuff, and I think he was getting backlash because he was gay, but they were saying that he was a good person. But they never did find out who killed Stephen. Then it come down, the Murdaughs was tied to that. Then it come down to the death of Gloria Satterfield. She was their long time housekeeper. She died in February the 2nd, 2018. She suffered head injuries when they tried to say that she tripped over the family dog on the front steps or something crazy. But she died February 26, 2018 from complications including a stroke. But it was reported she had a trip and fall, but there was no autopsy that was performed of her death. So Satterfield had two sons, and they was awarded an insurance settlement from the accident. But in 2021, they had received no money because, according to the indictments, Alex Murdaugh and his friend Chad, some guy named Chad, and another guy named Corey Fleming, they stole the money from them. It was a 4.3 million insurance policy, but Alex didn't give them the money. So it was a lot of scamming going on, and yeah, this family was a hot mess. It was down there in South Carolina. They thought that they could just get away with everything, but every dog has their day, and I really do think Alex thought that he was gonna get away with this. But as I was sitting here, looking at the Netflix series, and it was a couple of content creators here on YouTube was doing stories on it, and I just got addicted. But what really, really got me is the death of Mallory Beach, and her boyfriend, and they was all what Paul, Alex's youngest son, and they was on a boat. They had been drinking, but Paul was drunk or whatever. Paul, yeah, he was drunk. He was swerving from left to right. He didn't want nobody to drive. He was driving all fast, and his blood alcohol level was 0.286, over three times the legal limit for operating a motor vehicle. And he messed around and he hit a bridge, and they all fell over. Everybody came up but Mallory, and I think that she was missing. Was she missing a couple of days? Was she missing a week? It might have been a week. But then, she died from head trauma. It was just a mess. And her boyfriend was there. If you just watch the Netflix series, I can tell how much he loved her. He loved that girl. And Mallory was a pretty girl. And I hate that happened to her. She was just so young and stuff. He really did love her. And it just shouldn't have happened. I mean, I was young once when I was, I'd never been on a boat, but I didn't been around, people that drink alcohol and stuff. And I'm not gonna say what I wouldn't do. A lot of people were saying that, I was looking at people saying when they knew Paul was drunk before he got on that boat, why they did get on there. They was kids. When you kids, you do stuff. I remember when I was that age, I did stuff. I drank and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he hit a bridge, and she the only one didn't survive. I think she was missing like a week. I think up under the water, and then somebody had found her. Some fishermen or somebody had found her. And then it was dark that night too when he hit that bridge. But it showed surveillance footage showed when he went in the store, and I think he used his brother's ID to get some beer or whatever, because he was waving up the beer and stuff in that Netflix series that he had the beer. And it was just a lot of stuff. But when all that had happened, when they was at the hospital, Alex was trying to cover up some stuff then, because he was trying to see all the people, all the friends and stuff that was on the boat, trying to tell them what to say and all that. They was saying that it was Mallory's boyfriend's cousin that was driving the boat, when it was Paul that was driving the boat or whatever. They trying to put it on somebody else to keep it off Paul and stuff. And he was out there trying to cover up something then. And I really do think, when I was looking at that Netflix series, and then I'm looking at these other content creators here on YouTube, I really do think that they didn't want Mallory to be found or whatever. But that's just my opinion, because this how shady this family is. But when at her funeral, Paul and them was there. I said, if that would have been my daughter and stuff, I was like, no, y'all can't be gone. Y'all can't come here. I'll just say y'all not welcome. That's just me. But that's them. But so Mallory's family then sued Alex. Alex was, he had money trouble issues. It was said that, I know Mallory's family was suing him. Plus, it also was saying that his wife was going to divorce him. Their marriage wasn't on good terms and stuff. And that's why they say he killed them, for money. That's what they were saying and stuff. But this family is a hot mess. It really is. And Paul he was charged with murder, and then his daddy killed him. They were saying he was laying out there, his head was practically blown off. I believe Alex used a shotgun and stuff. I think he really did try to thought that he was gonna get away with this, because that family is known from getting away from stuff. You see Stephen Smith, the guy that was Buster's friend, and they also was saying, it was rumor out, so I'm gonna say allegedly, they say Buster and Stephen had something going on and stuff. I don't know why they killed that boy, but he was found out there in the middle of the road. Nobody was charged for his murder. The Murdaugh boys they tied to that. And then the housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield, they tied to that. And then Alex tried to stage something. He called a friend and stuff, had somebody shoot him in the head and stuff. That didn't work and stuff. Yeah, this family, it was a mess. He was doing a lot of embezzling money from people. He was stealing money from people. A whole lot of lawsuits was coming. In December 2022, he faced a total of 106 grand jury criminal charges, including financial fraud, drugs, and murder. There are 3 charges of Hampton County grand jury, 4 charges from Colton County grand jury. He also was on Oxycontin. He was on pills real bad too, because he supposed to have went into rehab. Yeah, he was on some pills real bad, and it just, yeah, embezzlement. Um, it it was just a mess. It really was. Like I say, if you watch the series on Netflix, it's really sad, because Mallory, I just felt sorry for her family and her boyfriend and stuff, especially that boyfriend and stuff. I could tell he loved her. He had her name tattooed on his back, I think. I said, this, that shouldn't have happened to her. That shouldn't. And then Paul just thought that he was going to get away with it and stuff, because he was just so drunk, sweeping from left to right, driving all fast. And when I seen it, I said, oh, wow. And then he hit that bridge, and they all fell over. And so I just think Alex got what he deserved because he thought he was gonna get away with it. In July 2022, he was disbarred from practice in South Carolina, which they should have did it. They should have been there did it. He was given an opportunity to contest the disbarment, but he did not. So yes, he was found guilty from killing his wife and his youngest son, Paul. Paul was also had a little girlfriend on there. She was on Netflix. She loved Paul or whatever. He was so abusive to her and stuff. Her friends were saying she shouldn't go through that, and she would come to work. They all worked at the same part-time job or whatever, wherever they was working. It was like a little petite clothing store. She would come in there all upset because her two friends, they was, they wasn't going through that with their boyfriends. But Paul was real abusive of her for smacking her, and they say he was spitting on her, and yeah, but she loved him though. You can't help who you love and stuff. I've been there. Um, but then I got out and stuff. So I'm not gonna say, a lot of people say that she was stupid. Why did she go through that? Until if you ain't went through that and stuff, when you love a person, you'll go through some stuff, hoping that he will change. And that's how I see his girlfriend was doing, because that was my situation. Then when I see he wasn't gonna change, so I just had to leave. I just had to leave. So yeah, but he was found guilty today. He To me, he didn't have no kind of remorse or nothing like that. They gonna do sentencing, I think, next week, and he could get life in prison. I think that's what he gonna get. He gonna get life in prison. That's where he belongs, because they didn't did so much stuff. They didn't cover up, swept stuff up under the rug. This family, like, for a long time, they was untouchable. They was, yeah, but they got Alex today. I just think he gonna get life in prison. Yeah, you have all these people have all this money, and they go out here and they do stuff, and they think that because they got money and stuff they can get out of. Some do, but like I say, every dog has their day. Every dog has their day. So his day have come. And I was looking at the reaction on his son Buster. That's the oldest son. His face when they read the verdict and stuff. He was in disbelief. Because like I say, I believe they thought that they was gonna get away with this. Some people were saying, I was in a chat with one content creator on here. Some people were saying that they was gonna get away. He was gonna get away with it, but he didn't. I guess, like I say, I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he didn't. So yeah, him and his associates, they was involved in a web of criminal charges and activities dating back from 2014. So, yeah, that was breaking news. If you haven't seen the about the Murdaugh murders on Netflix, it is a must see on Netflix. I think it was 3 episodes. But I'm sure that after this, they're going to make more and stuff. They probably make a movie. I bet you they'll make a movie out of this, and I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to be here for it to look at it and stuff. So, yes. So, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope everybody's having a nice night. It's raining here. Raining real hard here. And I got a couple more other videos that's coming and stuff. I see I have some new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you. I don't do videos every day or whatever because I work and I have children and all that and stuff. So I just want to put you up on that. I'm not the one that be sitting at a computer doing videos every day, all day or whatever. I don't and stuff. I do them when I have time. See, I have a little time today, so I'm gonna put out a couple more, about 3, I think. And but welcome to the channel. And that's the end of this video. And I'm out.